Deborah Sadler, and I am the author of Words of the Temple, A New Humanity, which is a trilogy that I wrote during COVID and is about the transition that we are going through on our planet during this time. And in this trilogy, the very first book of the trilogy, I use this diagram to explain basically what's going on. And right now, our sun, and therefore our Earth, is here. This is Alcyon. It is the brightest star in the Pleiadian star system. Our sun rotates around Alcyon. It takes 26,000 years to go through all 12 signs of the zodiac, to go in a full cycle. We are at the end of a 26,000 year period and the beginning of a new one. We're going from the shadow to the light. We're going from being in the dark for the last 12,000 years or so, and we are moving into the light. And what we're seeing in our politics is literally the old dark energy fighting for its life. And Cryon, who I used throughout the trilogy with the permission of Lee Carroll and his partner Monica Morani, really tells the bigger story of what's going on our planet. And he says we're in a dark light battle and that the light is winning. And it's really all about an astronomical event called the precession of the equinoxes, which is when we're at this point in this diagram. We're at this crossing where we go from one experience and energy into a new one. So on 12/21/2012 was the midpoint of the precession of the equinoxes. That's the day that we went into the light. It is the end of the Mayan calendar. It's something that was prophesied by the indigenous and the ancients. And the prophecy was that if we made it past 12/21/2012 without blowing ourselves up, we were moving as a planet into ascension status. So we're not just moving into the light, we're moving into ascension status. And what does that mean? That means we're moving toward world peace and beyond it, to a golden age, to a golden era. And there's a much bigger picture than what we've been told. What is going on our planet right now, Cryon says, affects the galaxy and the universe. Cryon says when we become an ascended planet, it will change the galaxy. What is going on our planet right now, this power struggle between the old energy and the new energy, is really critical, not just to Earth and humanity, but it's critical to the galaxy and potentially to the universe. This is real. We are the hot spot in the universe right now. What's taking place on our planet, we have free will. We're the ones who have to create the outcome for it. But it's all set up that the light, we're already moved into the light. And the light is revealing what the dark is up to. And we're like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. And they're like, well, it's nothing new. We've been doing this all along. So I don't know why you're having such a fit. And that's the struggle taking place now. And the older people are used to the older energy. And the young people are not accustomed or willing to even live in that old energy. And so it's going to be a matter of attrition. As the older folks attached to the older ideas and notions literally die, and the young people come along and replace us, things will shift very quickly. Cryon says it will take us 3 generations, and it will be just a matter of attrition. And those folks holding on to the old energy, which is based on cruelty versus compassion, fear versus love, lying, cheating, and stealing versus the truth. And so we are moving into an era where everything is shifting on our planet. And if you read this trilogy, you will find out that the Star Mothers came here 200,000 years ago from the Pleiadian star system. And they planted the seeds of divinity in humanity, changed our DNA, and the whole trajectory of humanity. And notice there's just one species of humanity. And that's been the case since we've been Homo sapiens sapiens for 200,000 years. So there is a much bigger picture going on than what we've been told. If we just stay away from the dark energy and ignore it, then it's not being fed by us. If we feed our high frequency, do what we love, be with whom we love, keep joy at the forefront of our lives because we have so much to be grateful and focus on that, we're co-creating a whole new world on this planet. And as we co-create that new world with our love and our joy and our ease and our compassion and our kindness and our willingness to help one another and recognize our oneness, that other world that we really do not want to be a part of just will fade away back to the nothingness from where it came. So I just wanted to give you that little pep talk about the fact that yes, we are in a battle. The light is winning, and the reason we're not going to pay attention to what they're doing is because we're not going to feed their fear, and we're not going to feed their cruelty. And so we're just going to counteract with compassion and love and joy and ease and grace. So I want everybody to know we are co-creating a new world by rising above, ascending above what is being presented to us as a reality that we pretty much for the most part are rejecting as a global collective. So everyone, I want you to just keep hope in your heart and stay above the fray and continue to have a fabulous summer. Enjoy all that it is that we have available to us.